You have heard the saying, just step back and take a deep breath. That's exactly what I think we all need to do, especially in this era of COVID-19 shutdown and all these just disruption in your daily life. So how do we do that? Joining us is an ex-Olympian, motivational speaker, and personal friend to the show. Vince Poscente joins us to talk about the power of just taking a deep breath. And as an ex-Olympian, you did that for peak performance. And as some stupid guy on TV, I should probably do that too, right?
Well, it's so funny, breath. I mean, obviously we're practicing all the time, so we know that we're breathing. But really, it all stemmed back to when I was trying to make sure I had a great race run when I was ski racing. And the thing that I found is to add to the routine where you oxygenate the system. And there's a part of the brain called the amygdala. And the amygdala is when there's reduced oxygen flow to that part of your brain, it kicks in fight, flight, or freeze. Now, none of those three have anything to do with peak performance if you want to win a race or a competition. But if you oxygenate the system, then you're able to actually perform at a higher level. So why not port that over to our personal lives as well?
Yeah, I've always wanted to be a runner and start jogging, but one of the things I always knew I had to deal with was the art of just breathing. I felt like it was majority of the trouble I had was just getting a pace for my breath. So it wasn't the running itself, it was more of breathing. So I definitely need to work on that. Isn't this ironic that we're talking about this during this COVID time? We're all covering up our face with these masks. How hard is it for us to all, just in these stressful situations, whether it's walking through the grocery store or sitting at your desk, to take a deep breath when you have a mask on?
Well, yeah, I'm going to run you through a little bit of an exercise so you know how to, it's more or less a sign that your breathing isn't as good as it could be. So I'm going to have you imagine, Brian, right now that you're in a stressful situation and start breathing as you would in a stressful situation. So it's more shallow breathing. Try it right now. I know we're heavy breathing on TV. I don't know if that's a good thing, but to be able to have this short breaths, these short breaths that you're really shallow breathing, that is putting you in an oxygen deficit. And so to be the architect for the oxygenation of your system, try this breath as if you were in an excited state where something, you just won a lottery ticket or something. What kind of breath would that be like? Try that right now. And you've oxygenated the system. So you're at a higher state of awareness and alertness. And so really to instead of the shallow breathing, to have the full breathing and be more deliberate with your breathing, especially before, let's say, a negotiation or an important phone call or something, or, even some of the broadcasts you got coming on, you say, wait, take a breath, deep breathing. And I'll give you a quick tool. It's 5, 10, 5 for 5, meaning you breathe in on the count of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then hold for 10, and we'll skip all the way 9, 10, and then breathe out on 1, 2, 3, 4, and then say the word to yourself silently, relax. And then do that 5 times. You do that 5 times, you've oxygenated the system, you skip past the amygdala having in this deficit, and you're actually in a state of peak performance rather than a state of a deficit or just trying to catch up, that state of anxiety.
It's good stuff there, because I know that a lot of people may be faced with that job interview or that Zoom interview or even in person, and sometimes just coming across as calm and collected will get you the job. So hopefully these tips that you just provided us will help somebody do just that. Vince, it's always good to see you. And I see that, hang on a second. Yep, you still got those skis back there. Still got those skis.
From the 1900 Olympics.
One of these days, you need to send me some clips.
I'm older than I look.
Well, you need to send me a clip of back in the day when you were skiing. I would love to be able to talk about that as well.
Yeah, we should dive into that next week, maybe.
Yeah, I like that. I like the Olympian.
Right.
I like that. All right. Well, we appreciate your time today. Have a fantastic week.
You too, Brian. You all take care.
All right.